Welcome to SBCERA's Mid-Career Seminar. We're so glad you're here. My name is Cameron Amano, and I'm a Communications Specialist here at SBCERA. I'll be guiding you through today's session. Reaching the middle of your career is an important time to check in on your retirement journey. Whether retirement feels far away or perhaps just around the corner, taking steps now can make a big difference in your future. Today's session is designed to help you better understand your SBCERA benefits, help you plan for your future, and ensure you feel confident about the road ahead. Thank you for joining us. We're excited to help you take the next step in your retirement journey. Let's get started. Let me tell you a little bit about SBCERA. We are an independent defined benefit pension plan providing retirement, disability, and death benefits on behalf of more than 50,000 members and beneficiaries. We serve 17 employers throughout California and invest more than $16 billion in assets. As a defined benefit pension plan, we provide eligible members with a lifetime retirement benefit. This pension is your foundation for a secure retirement and serves as a stable, reliable source of income, both for those already enjoying retirement and those who will retire in the years to come. Now that you know a little bit about SBCERA, let's take a closer look at the differences between retirement plans. We'll compare two types, a defined benefit plan, like SBCERA, and a defined contribution plan, such as a 401k or 457b. So, what's the difference? Let's start with SBCERA, your defined benefit plan. SBCERA promises a lifetime benefit based on a set formula. It's mandatory, so you don't need to worry about opting in. SBCERA also determines both your contributions and manages your investments for you. With less flexibility, this plan offers greater stability, providing the peace of mind that your retirement benefit is calculated and guaranteed. On the other hand, a defined contribution plan, such as a 401k or 457b, works differently. Your retirement amount is based on your contributions and the performance of your investments. This plan is voluntary, meaning you have the flexibility to decide how much to contribute and manage your own investments. While this option offers more control and flexibility, it comes with less stability as your retirement amount depends on market fluctuations and your investment choices. In summary, SBCERA, your defined benefit plan, offers more stability with a promised lifetime benefit, while a defined contribution plan, like a 401k or 457b, provides flexibility but comes with more uncertainty. Though SBCERA is considered your foundation for a secure retirement, we encourage you to take advantage of both plans to further supplement your promised SBCERA benefit. Now that we've gone over the differences between retirement plans, let's figure out your membership classification and tier. SBCERA administers benefits for two membership classifications, safety and general, in two tiers, Tier 1 and Tier 2. Safety members are those employed in active law enforcement or active fire suppression. All other members are classified as general members. Tier 1 members are those with an SBCERA membership date prior to January 1st, 2013. Tier 2 members are those with an SBCERA membership date on or after January 1st, 2013. Now that we figured out your membership classification and tier, let's discuss how contributions work. SBCERA employer and member contribution rates are set annually by the Board of Retirement, and any changes to the rates are determined by financial studies conducted by independent actuaries. Member contributions are paid through payroll deductions and are based on your membership classification and tier. Tier 1 members pay a percentage of their earnable compensation based on their entry age, while all Tier 2 members pay a uniform percentage of their pensionable compensation, regardless of age. Contributions to the SBCERA pension fund are made by you and your employer. These contributions are held in trust by SBCERA and invested for the long term. You cannot adjust your contributions or add to them to increase your future benefit. Your lifetime retirement benefit will be calculated according to a formula and not by how much money you've contributed to the plan. Learn more at sbcera.org/contributions. Now that we've discussed how contributions work, let's talk about reciprocity. If you were previously a member of another California public retirement system, or at any point in the future decide to work for another California public sector employer, you may want to consider reciprocity. When reciprocity has been established, your service credit under one retirement system could count towards vesting and retirement eligibility in another, and your highest final average compensation from either system may be used by both or all systems to determine your retirement benefit. If you started your job with a reciprocal agency before January 1st, 2013, you may be eligible for Tier 1 membership. Establishing reciprocity can help you meet retirement eligibility requirements and might allow you to retire sooner than you would without reciprocity. If you think reciprocity may be applicable to you, keep in mind the following requirements to establish it. You must elect to establish reciprocity. It is not automatic. The time between leaving one public retirement system and entering another cannot exceed 6 months. There cannot be any overlapping service credit. You must have a clean break in service from the previous system before entering the new one. Your contributions from the previous system must be on deposit with that system, meaning you did not withdraw them when you terminated your employment. And finally, you cannot be retired from the other system and currently earning your retirement benefit. You can establish reciprocity any time before you retire, but it's best to do it early as this process can take up to 8 to 10 months to complete. When you're ready to retire, you must file an application for retirement with each system in advance and indicate the same retirement effective date. Learn more by visiting sbcera.org/reciprocity. Now that we've talked about reciprocity, let's go over retirement eligibility. Each membership classification and tier has specific retirement criteria based on age and years of service credit. Let's go through them together. General Tier 1 members can retire at any age as long as they have at least 30 years of service credit. They can also retire at age 50 or older with a minimum of 10 years of service credit. General Tier 2 members can retire at age 52 or older with at least 5 years of service credit. Safety Tier 1 members can retire at any age with a minimum of 20 years of service credit. They can also retire at age 50 or older with at least 10 years of service credit. Safety Tier 2 members can retire at age 50 or older with a minimum of 5 years of service credit. All active members age 70 or older with any amount of service credit can retire, and all active Tier 1 part-time members can retire at age 55 or older with at least 10 years of membership and 5 years of service credit. Now that we've gone over retirement eligibility, let's discuss the different retirement types. A service retirement is the most common retirement type. This provides a lifetime monthly benefit with a continuance to your eligible beneficiary. If you become permanently incapacitated while you are an active SBCERA member, you may be eligible for a disability retirement. And finally, upon your termination of employment, you can choose to defer your retirement and leave your contributions on deposit until you're ready to retire. This presentation will focus on regular service retirement. If you're interested in learning more about disability or deferred retirement, please visit our website. Now that we've discussed the different retirement types, let's talk about calculating your benefit. Your future lifetime retirement benefit from SBCERA is based on a formula made up of 4 factors: your age at retirement, years of service credit, final average compensation, and benefit formula. Let's break each of them down, starting with your age at retirement. Every quarter year counts. Therefore, every 3 months following your birthday, your benefit increases. Your benefit will increase because of your age until you reach the maximum age as determined by your benefit formula. For Tier 1 General members, the maximum age limit is 65. For Tier 2 General members, 67. For Tier 1 Safety members, 50. And for Tier 2 Safety members, 57. Your years of service credit increase with every hour worked, with 2,087 hours equaling 1 year. Therefore, each pay period your benefit increases. Your final average compensation is the amount of money you have earned prior to retirement that will be used when determining your benefit. For Tier 1 members, your final average compensation is your highest 12 consecutive months of earnable compensation at any time during your membership, Or, if you establish reciprocity with the reciprocal agency, SBCERA will use the FAC as reported by that reciprocal agency if it is higher. For Tier 2 members, your final average compensation is the highest average of your highest 36 consecutive months of pensionable compensation at any time during your membership with SBCERA. Please refer to SBCERA's approved pay code resolution for more details. You can find a comprehensive list of approved employer pay codes by visiting our website at sbcera.org/employer pay codes. And finally, your benefit formula, which is used to determine how to calculate your benefit based on the other 3 factors. Ultimately, you will receive a percentage of your final average compensation for every year of service credit you have earned at a particular age. For Tier 1 General members, the formula is 2% at age 55. For Tier 2 General members, it's 2.5% at age 67. For Tier 1 Safety members, it's 3% at age 50, and for Tier 2 Safety members, it's 2.7% at age 57. Let's take a look at some benefit formula examples. For a Tier 1 General member, the formula is 2% at age 55. This means a member retiring at age 55 with 15 years of service credit would receive 30% of their final average compensation. And we got that 30% by following the formula, 2% multiplied by 15 years. As the member ages and accrues additional years of service credit, the formula progresses diagonally. This continues until they reach the maximum age, which is 65 for Tier 1 General members, at which point their benefit formula advances vertically. Now let's take a look at a deferred retirement example. A member terminates employment at age 58 with 18 years of service. If they retire now, they could expect to receive 42.07% of their final average compensation. However, the member elects to defer their retirement, leaving their contributions on deposit with SBCERA. As the member ages, the contributions continue to increase, resulting in a higher benefit of 52.70% when the member retires at age 63. Note, if the member passes away while deferred, their beneficiary would receive a lump sum cash out of the refundable contributions. And finally, let's take a look at a service credit purchase example. A member is 56 years old and has 20 years of service. The light green boxes symbolize the diagonal progression they can currently expect to follow. The member is eligible for and decides to purchase 3 years' worth of service credit, thus increasing the percentages on their new diagonal progression. So now you know how your benefit formula is calculated and how the math behind it works. SBCERA offers several resources to assist you in calculating your future benefit. The most useful resource is your MySBCERA account. By accessing your MySBCERA account and creating a benefit estimate, you are able to use data specific to you in calculating your future benefit. Here's a screenshot showing how simple it is to do. Once you're logged into your MySBCERA account, click on Retirement Estimates, and then click on Get a Retirement Benefit Estimate. Follow the on-screen instructions to fill out your information and click Generate. A personalized PDF estimate will then be available in your account for you to view and download. It's that simple, and we highly encourage you to take advantage of this free and valuable tool. Now that we've talked about calculating your benefit, let's go over purchasing service credit. Service credit is the time you've earned while working for a participating SBCERA employer. It is based on your hours worked, which are then converted to years. Typically, the more service credit you have, the higher your monthly lifetime benefit will be. There are 4 different types of service credit: redeposit of withdrawn SBCERA contributions, past ineligible service, authorized leave, and prior public agency service. Let's go through each. Redeposit of withdrawn SBCERA contributions. If you previously worked for a participating SBCERA employer and withdrew your contributions upon termination of employment, you may restore these years of service credit by redepositing all of your contributions plus interest. Past ineligible service. You can purchase all or part of the time you worked with a participating SBCERA employer that was previously considered ineligible for SBCERA membership. This typically includes part-time, seasonal, per diem, student worker, or temporary service. You must provide a verification form when purchasing this service. Authorized leave. If you went on an authorized medical leave, you may be eligible to purchase up to 12 consecutive months of service credit for the time you did not earn while on medical leave. You may also purchase military leave taken while you were an active member of SBCERA. You must provide a verification form when purchasing this service. Prior public agency service, also known as PPAS. You may be able to purchase all or part of your prior service with another public agency, including service with the state of California, federal government, the military, and some other public agencies in California. Your prior service must have been at least 50% of full-time, and you must provide a verification form or a DD-214 when purchasing this service. Please note, all types of service credit count towards vesting, retirement eligibility, and benefit calculation, except for PPAS, which only counts towards benefit calculation. Now that we've gone over purchasing service credit, let's discuss beneficiaries. A beneficiary is the person or persons that you, the member, name to receive various SBCERA death benefits upon your passing. Prior to retirement, you may name any person or persons as your beneficiary. In addition, you may name your estate. At retirement, you will designate an eligible beneficiary based on the retirement option selected. This designation will override any prior beneficiary designations. If you are naming a trust as a beneficiary, then a trust is eligible for a one-time lump sum payment only. Keeping your beneficiary up to date is important. SBCERA encourages you to update your beneficiary designation often, particularly after significant life events. For example, having children, divorce, death of a designated beneficiary, etc. If you change your beneficiary with your employer or other benefit providers, it will not change with SBCERA. You must notify SBCERA of the change by completing a beneficiary designation form at sbcera.org/forms. Now that we've discussed beneficiaries, let's talk about death before retirement. On screen is a summary of the death benefit options available for your beneficiaries if you die prior to retirement as an active SBCERA member. Let's talk about service-related death benefits. A service-related death is one resulting from a service-connected injury or disease arising from or in the course of your employment with a participating employer. If your death is service-related, your surviving spouse or registered domestic partner may receive 100% of what would have been paid in a service-connected disability. In other words, this will be a lifetime monthly benefit equal to 50% of your active final average monthly compensation. And for non-service-related death benefits, if you die before you are vested, your designated beneficiary or beneficiaries will receive a lump sum payment of any refundable contributions and interest in your SBCERA retirement account, plus 1 month's compensation for each completed year of service credit, up to a maximum of 6 months compensation. If you are already vested at the time of your death, the following options are available to your beneficiaries: the optional death allowance, modified optional death allowance, and death benefit, also known as a lump sum payment. You can pause this video to read or visit our website for more details. Let's talk about additional death benefits for general members. If you are a general member with at least 18 months of continuous membership with SBCERA, your spouse and/or dependent children may also be entitled to a monthly survivor benefit. In addition, your beneficiary would qualify for a $255 burial allowance. And now, let's talk about additional death benefits for safety members. If you are a safety member and you die while in the performance of duty, your spouse will receive an additional lump sum payment equal to 1 year's compensation. If you have eligible children, your spouse will receive an additional monthly benefit depending on the number of children. For 1 child, your spouse will receive 25% of the amount you are receiving as active compensation each month. For 2 children, it's 40%, and for 3 or more children, it's 50%. Please note, the benefit will continue so long as the child is unmarried, a full-time student in school, and up to the age of 22. The child must have been under the age of 18 at the time of the member's death. We're going to watch a quick tip video on SBCERA's Special Durable Power of Attorney, what it is, why it's important, and how you can get one on file.
Who will make critical decisions related to your retirement account? if you're suddenly unable to do so yourself. I'm Darren, and in today's quick tip, we're talking about the SBCERA Special Power of Attorney form and why it's important that you have one in place. It's possible that at some point in your life, you may become unable to perform certain duties related to your SBCERA retirement benefits. The SBCERA Special Power of Attorney form allows you to designate a person or persons to perform these important duties on your behalf. This can be important at any age, but it's even more important as you get older. Some examples of designated duties include address changes, tax withholding elections, beneficiary designations, retirement benefits elections, endorsing direct deposit information, and reporting lost or stolen checks. The SBCERA Special Power of Attorney is independent from other powers of attorney. The SBCERA POA contains a durability clause that allows your attorney, in fact, to conduct business with us, even if you become incapacitated. You can also submit a general power of attorney if you have one. SBCERA will follow the valid instructions of your attorney-in-fact designated by the SBCERA Special Power of Attorney or a general power of attorney. You can grant specific authorities to your attorney-in-fact and indicate the duration for your power of attorney. Completing the form is simple, and you can find it on our website at sbcera.org/forms. Thank you for watching.
Let's talk about eligible beneficiaries at retirement. Who or what is considered an eligible beneficiary differs depending on the retirement option you choose. There are 5 retirement options, the unmodified option, and options 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll go over them in detail in just a moment. For the unmodified retirement option, your eligible beneficiary can be a spouse or domestic partner or an eligible minor child. For a spouse or domestic partner, they must be someone you are married to or registered with for at least 1 year prior to your effective date of retirement. Someone can become an eligible spouse or domestic partner after retirement if you are married or registered for at least 2 years prior to your death and they are at least 55 years old at the time of your death. For an eligible minor child, they must be a child who is unmarried under the age of 18 or unmarried and a full-time student under the age of 22. Please note, you can still choose the unmodified option if you are single. Now let's talk about the eligible beneficiaries for retirement options 1, 2, 3, and 4. It can be somebody with an insurable interest, an eligible child, your estate, or your trust. For somebody with an insurable interest is a substantial interest engendered by love and affection in the case of individuals closely related by blood or law. An eligible child for retirement options 1 through 4 is your child, regardless of if they are a minor or an adult. You can designate your estate only if you select option 1. And finally, a trust is eligible for a one-time lump sum payment only. Now that you know about eligible beneficiaries at retirement, we're going to watch a quick tip video on selecting a retirement option.
Hi, my name is Scott, and in this SBCERA quick tip, we're going to talk about your service retirement options. When you apply for retirement, you have 5 retirement options to select from. Each provides a lifetime benefit to you, the SBCERA member, but they vary in how your benefits are passed on to your eligible survivors once you die. Let's take a look at your options. The unmodified option is the most common. It offers the highest lifetime retirement benefit, and when you die, it provides a lifetime continuance of 60% of your monthly retirement benefit to an eligible spouse or a registered domestic partner. If you have any eligible minor children, they can also receive a monthly continuance until they reach age 18 or 22 after meeting certain qualifications. The remaining options provide more flexibility on how your benefit will be distributed to your beneficiary after you pass, but they also reduce the monthly and lifetime benefit you will receive. Option 1 provides a slightly reduced benefit, but it also allows you to select any person or even your estate to receive a lump sum payment of your refundable contributions in your SBCERA account when you die. Your beneficiary for options 1, 2, 3, and 4 must have an insurable interest in your life. For example, it could be your spouse, registered domestic partner, or child. Contact SBCERA for more information about insurable interest. Option 1 is the only option where you can name your estate. Option 2 reduces your lifetime retirement benefit based on the difference between your age and the age of your designated beneficiary. Option 2 provides 100% continuance of your monthly benefit to your designated beneficiary or your beneficiary's life. Option 3 also reduces your lifetime retirement benefit based on the difference between your age and the age of your designated beneficiary. But your Option 3 benefit is higher than with Option 2 because your beneficiary will receive 50% of your benefit as a continuing payment rather than 100% of it. Option 4 allows members to customize how much of the continuing benefit their beneficiary or beneficiaries will receive. Option 4 is the only option that allows you to select multiple beneficiaries. Your lifetime benefit for Option 4 is reduced based on how you customize your beneficiary payments. Members considering Option 4 should contact SBCERA before making the selection. Once your first benefit is paid, the retirement option you choose is irrevocable except in rare circumstances. There's a lot to consider before retirement, and we're here to help. Learn more about your retirement options by visiting sbcera.org/retirement options. Thanks for watching.
Now that you're better equipped on selecting a retirement option, let's talk about choosing when to retire. Some popular times to consider include factors like leave accruals, your age or birthday, end of the calendar year, and in the spring. For leave accruals, some Tier 1 members are eligible to complete cash outs prior to retirement. This may increase your FAC for the year. For your age or birthday, your retirement benefit increases with each quarter year of age until a maximum age. For general members, the maximum age is 65 for Tier 1 and 67 for Tier 2. For safety members, the maximum age is 50 for Tier 1 and 57 for Tier 2. For end of the calendar year, upon retirement, you may receive lump sum payments for remaining leave accruals from your employer. These payments may be included in your taxable income and could place you in a higher tax bracket. And this option is for Tier 1 only. And finally, for spring, by retiring on or before April 1st, your benefit may include a cost of living adjustment, also known as a COLA. Let's talk more about the COLA. If approved by SBCERA's Board of Retirement, the COLA is effective April 1st of each year for all eligible retirees and beneficiaries. COLAs are based on the annual increase or decrease in the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index, also known as the CPI. The COLA is always rounded to the nearest 0.5%, and it is provided up to a maximum of 2% per year. When the CPI change is above 2%, the excess is banked to be applied in future years when the CPI change is below 2%. Let's look at an example of how this COLA bank would come into play. In November 2023, the CPI was 4.28%, which was rounded to 4.5%. In April 2024, retirees and beneficiaries received a 2% COLA adjustment, and the remaining 2.5% surplus went into their COLA bank for future use. If the CPI had been below 2%, retirees would still receive 2% by drawing from banked surplus from previous years. No CPI decrease will ever reduce your monthly retirement benefit below the base amount received as of your effective retirement date. You now have a good general overview of what you need to know before you retire. But for further details, we encourage you to explore our resources. MySBCERA has a number of features that you can access anytime, anywhere. You can view your account summary, create benefit estimates, and complete some self-service options. Sign up and sign in at sbcera.org/mysbcera. SBCERA has numerous forms available to assist with a variety of retirement options. Learn more by visiting sbcera.org/forms. SBCERA's video library includes quick tip videos, pre-recorded webinars, and more. Learn more by visiting sbcera.org/video library. And finally, SBCERA's Retirement Consultation Guide is designed to help you clearly understand the retirement process and highlight important information to consider while working towards retirement. Learn more by visiting sbcera.org/planning your service retirement. SBCERA has also partnered with a third party called Financial Knowledge that provides financial education webinars and seminars completely free to SBCERA members. To register for these courses, please visit our website at sbcera.org/financial knowledge. We are here to support you throughout your journey to retirement as well as your life after retirement. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 909-885-7980. Shoot us an email at memberservices@sbcera.org or visit our website at sbcera.org. Thanks for watching.